Hey guys, what is going on? So just got to Charleston, South Carolina. Went around the town a little bit, checked out some old historical houses. Checked out, it's called Battery Way. It's got a nice view. You can see Fort Sumter. Fort Sumter's an old historical fort. We're gonna actually be going there on a boat tomorrow. Just checking it out. Never been here before. But today I want to talk about surrounding yourself with good people. Let's just talk about surrounding yourself with good people. I really truly believe, you can call whatever numbers you want. You can, see whatever data that you want. You can go by whatever numbers or whatever percentages that you want. But I really feel like you are as a person, the culmination of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So, the more you spend time with someone, the more their values and their, beliefs and their standards start to wear off on you. And it actually goes both ways, vice versa. I mean, the more you spend time with someone else, the more your standards and the more your ethics are wearing off on people. So it's really important to surround yourself with good people, but also to be a good influence on the people you're surrounding yourself with, because you can uplift people or you can bring people down, depending on the type of person you are, depending on the type of standards you hold for yourself, depending on the type of beliefs that you have for yourself. So, you got to constantly be aware of, what you're doing, who you're spending your time with, because it really has a profound effect. And it can happen so quickly, and it can happen subconsciously without you even really understanding it or realizing it. Just walking around here, just past a little barbershop, past some people working on the street. Just trying to get a feel of what's going on around here. Like I said, man, it can add up quickly. It can change quickly. If you surround yourself with people that are constantly blaming others for their situation or, for where they're at, they're constantly whining and they're constantly complaining, you're going to start to maybe not do the exact same thing, but it's going to start to rub on you. And they might start making arguments for the same type of thing to happen. They might make arguments that make sense to you, and you start believing that stuff. So you really, I'm not saying to ignore anyone or put anyone out of your mind. Honestly, I truly believe that you have to be like you have to be constantly guarding your mind, because there's constantly thoughts and ideas and words and opinions and all sorts of stuff. That's a beautiful dog.
Thank you.
There's constantly all sorts of stuff that's being put into your brain and into your mind, and you just have to stand guard, and you have to really defend against all the stuff that's going on. You really do. You really, really, really do. I'm saying bring it all in. Not accept it. Bring it all in. You want to, there's a little, what is that? A little restaurant, a little Banh Mi. What is that? What kind of food is that? Banh Mi, Vietnamese. That sounds good. It smells good as I walk by. Take everything in, take everyone's opinion in, take their thoughts in, take their opinions in, take what they're saying in, but digest it. And you be the ultimate judge about whether you're going to accept it, whether you're going to not accept it, whether you're going to, believe it, whether you're not going to believe it, but bring it in, digest it, let it come in. So then you can make the ultimate decision. And if you don't agree with it, that's fine, but try to see both sides of the argument. If it's something that you don't really believe in, try to see why they're thinking that way. Try to see, try to understand their point of view. Because another important point, this is going to go off on a rant a little bit, and I'll try not to go off on a rant that much. Make sure there's no cars coming around here. Checking out some spots. Little yoga studio looks run down. Bring everything in and try to see their point of view, because I really don't think that you can win an argument without actually seeing the other person's point of view, because you can't understand where their mind's coming from. If you just believe that, this is my way and it's right and it's correct because of XYZ, but you can't see their side of the argument, you can't see their side of the story, you're never going to be able to win that argument truly. because you're never going to be able to see the way they're thinking. You're never going to be able to understand the way they're thinking. You don't have to agree with the way they're thinking, but bring it in, digest it, try to comprehend what they're saying and try to figure it out. This is a main ass street. I don't want to be on this street. There's all sorts of traffic going on. Yeah. That's our house right there. Our house on the corner. It's actually a pretty nice house. Seems like the nicest place around here. Little Airbnb. Got 10 of us staying there. So, surround yourself with good people. That's the moral of the story. You spend too much time with people that, are a negative influence on your life, or, they don't even have to be negative. They might be friendly. They might be nice. You might get along with them. They might be family. They might be friends. You might get along with them really well. But, if their values and their beliefs and their standards aren't in line with yours, that shit's going to start to rub off on you. And I really think that's where a lot of people go wrong. They got their friends. Oh, man, that's a seagull or something right there, dead. I really believe that's where a lot of people go wrong. They, they're friends with people, and just because someone's nice, or just because someone's friendly, or, just because you've been friends or you've been family with someone for a long time, does not mean you have to spend a ton of time with them, man. If their standards don't match up to what yours are, if their values, if their beliefs don't match up to what yours are, man, spend a little bit of time with them, spend a couple hours with them, spend a day with them and say, okay, that's it, man. I'll see you next year, or I'll see you in a couple months. Don't spend a lot of time with them, man, because that shit's going to rub off on you, and that's going to affect the way you think, and that's ultimately going to affect the decisions that you make. So, with that being said, stand guard at the door of your mind. Stand guard. Because this is your fucking bread and butter. This is your whole life right here. That's 6 inches between your damn ears. That's your fucking bread and butter. So stand guard at that shit. Everything begins with a thought. So, even your friends and family, man. It's like the old Jim Rohn talk, the old Jim Rohn speech. If your enemy put sugar in your coffee, what would happen? Well, nothing, you'd be fine. If your best friend put strychnine in your coffee, what would happen? Well, you would be dead, right? That's the same shit that goes into your head. If your friends, your family puts bad shit in your head, it'll still fucking kill you. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. It'll still fucking do its damage. So pay attention to that shit, because it's important. Your enemies might have the same fucking standards and beliefs and shit that you want to believe in, that you think is important, but they're your enemy for some reason. But anyways, man, hope everyone has a good fucking Thursday. It's beautiful out here. I'll talk to you soon. Checking out.